collective sun, moon, rising Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do I need read for this full moon in Cancer to new moon in Aquarius, January 2023. Happy New Year. I am your reader. Mark, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They are my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. It is available on Kindle. There is a link in the description box so you can preview a first chunk of it for free. And that just delights my heart so much. You know what else delights my heart so much? I'm a creator on Patreon and I love it. I stream there every morning with an unlisted YouTube live stream link. So all of my patrons over on my members only subscription platform called patreon.com/drawingthecircle can chat with me every morning talking about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a little prayer, a little something to send us on our way. And it is my favorite way to start the day. Cup of coffee, doing it from the couch using the laptop. So much fun. All of my subscribers, regardless of level of subscription, also get all the extended readings. Part 1 on YouTube, sure. There's part 2 on Vimeo.com. Love Vimeo on demand. But all of my subscribers get the extended readings, and it's just a lot of fun for me as a creative type. So if you are interested in a little bit of a deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, we got 8 levels of subscription there. Seekers get the dailies and the extendeds. Gods, goddesses, other end, get everything and lots of variation in between. So come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark, Angelo, Lyons, darlings, just call me Mal. Hi. Let's do this. First reading of the year, literally doing this on New Year's Day, January 1st, 2023. And happy to get back to work. Traveled, saw the family, did a lot of stuff, did a lot of healing, and happy to be back here serving Virgo that I am. So let's get down to business. If you're new to the channel, an 8-card draw is just one card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. You can do an 8-card draw for anything, but we're doing it for a specific astrological timeline, as I said. A waning moon from full to new, hence the shadow work, the releasing, the letting go, the waning, the removing, the surrendering. You get the idea. Let's look at that astrological timeline. Full moon in Cancer, Friday, January 6th. 6:08 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York. Now, I said in the 5-card draws, which are the waxing moon reads that I do, plant a seed and watch it grow kind of reads, that is a very, very cool full moon. It's full moon in Cancer. Friday is the day of Venus, so this could be love of home, love of family, bringing love into your home in all sorts of variations. So when the moon rides at her peak, then ye heart's desire seek. And then for the next 2 weeks, clean it up, right? Let go, release, do the alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace. I prefer the language of spiritual alchemy. Lead having 3 more atoms than gold. You release those 3, you transform those 3 from something. Lead, which is an insulator, energy can't get through it, to gold, which is a conductor, which moves it along pretty quickly. So it is a general read going to, the new moon in Aquarius. But before we get to the new moon Aquarius on Saturday, January 21st, so it's a Friday to a Saturday, we have got on the 2nd, oh my god, that's tomorrow, Mars goes direct at the time of this recording on January 2nd. Then Mercury's going direct on the 18th, so we've got a bunch of forward movement there for planets that were retrograde, both Mars and then Mercury. And then on the 20th of January, the sun goes into Aquarius, so the very next day being the new moon. That's kind of cool. So I would say certainly the Cancerians and the Aquarians have a little highlight this time around, but check your other planets. It's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, because you might have 4 different areas of your life that needs a little fine-tuning, a little releasing, a little alchemy, a little transformation, or maybe there is one central one that your sun, moon, rising, Venus could give you different aspects and approaches to. Regardless, both feet on the floor, if you can, focus on your breath, if you will, and cross-watchers, you could really get a lot of sympathy, empathy, understanding for the one you're cross-watching for. But if you apply this shadow work, this healing, this releasing to yourself, not only will you be doing your own personal alchemy. You will be assisting the Aries you are cross-watching for, as well as the whole collective, because there's only really one of us incarnate, if you know what I'm saying. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I will do my best to help you do your shadow work. Oh, and there are lots of links in the description box about shadow work as well. The Shadow Effect featuring Debbie Ford. There's some stuff there. Greg Braden about the 7 Essene mirrors. And I keep adding stuff as I go along. And we are doing a brand new deck. We are using the Archangel Fire deck as card number 1, 2, 3, 4, card number 5, which I'm excited about. It's a brilliant deck. So let's see what hits the table. You ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Because the shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point. Still point. And here we go. Using the Caroline Mace archetype deck, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine. There you go. For the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. Beloved ones, what is the dominant 8th chakra archetype hovering over the head of the Aries collective and or the cross-watchers as needed, indicating the shadow work, the dynamic from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, the soul power being developed, sending down the codes to the other chakras underneath it, affecting what they attract and what they repel, so that they no longer delay what cannot be prevented this full to new 2023. Ooh, the Avenger. Very Aries vibe there, I will say that much. There are 9 different families of archetypes, groupings. The Avenger is the action family, and on here is the shadow and the light. Consider that the lead and the gold, with those 3 atoms difference in between the two. The shadow attribute, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. I think we've seen that in the world, yeah. And that's why you clean this up within yourself. You clean it up everywhere, little by little. The light attribute, what you're shooting for, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Now, I used to have a real problem with the word righteousness, because I've seen righteousness used in very wrongchousness kind of ways in this lifetime, and probably other lives as well. But righteous is the opposite of abuse. Right use, abuse. The original meanings of words never cease to kind of shock me sometimes. So the Avenger, a little bit different than the hero archetype, which is also the action family. And yes, I know we have the Avengers, Tony Stark and company. And they are superheroes. Not all of them are necessarily Avengers, where justice is what it's about, right? Like, I don't think Deadpool well, is he technically an Avenger? I don't know. I'll have to ask him next time I see him. Or Ryan Reynolds. Yum. Shall we? Let's move along. If this is hovering over the 8th chakra, then this is the satellite sending down to the 7 chakras underneath it, the codes, so that you fulfill this contract, right? This Avenger contract you have for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Some people have it lifelong, the Avenger. Any archetype is like that, right? Maybe you just have it for a couple of days, right, for a reason, or maybe it's for a chunk of your life, which would certainly be a season. This is the next 4 chakras down, Daughters of the Moon Tarot, because it's the feminine energy, the inside energy, your yin dynamic rather than yang. Let's see what hits the table. We might have some feline intervention. Let's see what happens. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. That feels good. As I call upon my goddesses of fire, the sign of Aries, powers of the south, please. 1 card in clarity. Where'd you go, Melchior? 1 card in clarity for the Aries collective. There you are. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. Heart, third eye crown, spiritual, heart, emotional energy, willpower, mental power, spiritual power, creative intuition, feminine dynamic for this Avenger, and their cross-watchers, however that plays out this full to new January 2023. Victory. The 7 of Flames in this deck, which would be the 7 of Wands, and I know we're used to seeing the 6 of Wands as the victory card, but here it is deliberately, hey Melky! Feline intervention. Victory, we've got 3 women riding 3 horses, kind of juggling and balancing these balls of fire and passing them back and forth, moving forward, but they're galloping on cooling lava, and even the lava under the ground is moving in the same direction they're in. Yes, a good boy. I'm getting head bonkies. Come on up. People don't think I'm making this up. Come sit, bugger. No. Working with children. What are you going to do? So yeah, an Avenger and victory on the inside. Now this could be very throat chakra. Willpower, right? Spit, swallow, or chew. You're going to blast them with your throat chakra stuff, or are you going to chew on it, or are you going to swallow it? These are the choices that you make. So you're being given a little wiggle room of how you want to actually express this before it hits the lower 3 chakras, the physical relationships in your life. So let's get there. Let's look at that. Because that feels good, right? You want an Avenger to be victorious. And yes, 7 of Wands in traditional tarot has that little bit of defensiveness, but a smart Avenger has clear boundaries, all right? By choice, right? And we all have to renew our boundaries as we grow and evolve. Let's get them lower 3 chakras. The masculine dynamic, please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Yes, indeed. I call upon my gods of fire, the sign of Aries, powers of the south. Please, beloved gods of cardinal fire, one card in clarity for the Aries collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Watching this video, receiving this reading, lower 3 chakras, looking at them from the outside in, them from the inside out, looking at people, places, and things, because lower 3 chakras is a relationship in the world. Root chakra, groups, tribes, circles of friends, even the relationship to the physical body. Second chakra, one-on-one relationships to other people and things. Money, sex, power, creativity, and solar plexus, their personal power, their relationship to themselves, their boundaries, their honor code, what they will, what they won't, what they do, that they don't. This full to new, January 2023, Major Arcana, Judgment. The Judgment card, Hermes, as Psychopomp, the Guide of Souls. So, when it is a Major Arcana card in a reading of this kind, where it's a certain chakra group, this would be all 3 of them. This is about revelation. This is about something being shown to you, either you, like stepping out of yourself, and this is looking at yourself like in a mirror. This is you getting it, and the final decision is made, right? The final judgment is made, but it's not just about the mind. It is about all 3 of those chakras really being very, very aligned and clear. And by the way, Hermes is holding the caduceus. If you've ever been to a chiropractor's office, chances are the caduceus. Snaky stick, snaky wingy stick. That's one version of it. So this is a chakric thing. The caduceus is actually a more Grecian symbol of the chakra system. So we are talking about an alignment here, but one I'm going to say your lower 3 chakra, what's called your survival intuition. Heart, third eye, crown is creative intuition. 8th chakra is visionary intuition. This is very much about being on the ground. Turn left, turn right. That feels good. Like if your root chakra won't plant, it's saying not safe here. That's called flight. Right? If it grounds in, it's you stand your ground, and there are variations in between. 2nd chakra can be telling you the answer is no. But what about no, right? Solar plexus, if it makes a fist, you're being, it just goes like that. Chances are you're being asked to lie or do something that goes against your honor code. Our honor codes are biologically written into our solar plexus, but again, they evolved. Don't talk to strangers is great for a 4-year-old. Nightmare for a 44-year-old, unless you want to do everything on apps. How are you going to get pizza? I'm from New York. It's okay. I'll interact with people to get pizza. Interesting. But, judgment with victory backing it up for an Avenger who's really trying to balance the scales of justice. Could be at work, could be at home, could be in relationships, could be in all sorts of different ways. So that's where we're going to get you a Macon Healing Mantra card to help align that, right? All alchemy from shadow to light is about healing, ultimately. So let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. All right, we're going to go for this. I call upon the Ascended Masters of Action, because it's the Action Family archetype. the Avenger. Please, beloved ones, one card in clarity for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. The perfect healing mantra to help them to align and heal, do the shadow work, release what needs to be released to make room for that new moon in Aquarius, because I got the Avenger in the 8th, victory on the inner, judgment on the outer. What's their perfect healing mantra? Exploring unity consciousness. I am one eternal light appearing as all. Like I said, there's only one of us incarnate. E equals MC squared. You know, we're all just energy. We're spirit before we're in bodies, right? So there's just one of us here. So of course, that's going to help anybody move from that place of anger and rage and violence in terms of the unfairness in the world, which is a thing, obviously, into that place of I'm only really attacking myself in a different body. And that takes time to process. So that's why I'm going to read you what Matt Kahn has to say. His work has been exceedingly helpful for me over the past 5 years. So let me read you about exploring unity consciousness. I am one eternal light appearing as all. By the way, that I am is the Aries phrase of the zodiac of the first house. I am one eternal light appearing as all. When unity consciousness is explored, you're able to sense a connection that unites all hearts, no matter how unique each person seems to be. Okay, unity and diversity. In unity, there is a willingness to accept the differences that make each of us unique while embracing the greater cosmic web of interconnectivity throughout all time and space. It's a bit much, but if that's what's being revealed to you in that judgment card, you're going to see the unity of it. And why wouldn't that bring choices of victory to gallop forth into your own, right, balance and you know, we'll see what else hits the table. This is good. Throughout all time and space. And exploring unity conscious, you're not a person in search of the light. You are the light dressed up as a person along your soul's journey. And so is everybody else, but now you see the lead to gold relationship. Lead would inhibit, would block that light, right? Insulate it so it can't be seen. Gold would bring it out, right? Would totally shine that out as a conductor. This mantra is ideal for amplifying presence, very Eckhart Tolle phrase there, grounding your energy and deepening meditation, which is a good idea to get yourself a little meditated. Although the word meditation is actually Latin. It means to ponder or to contemplate, to think. So the idea that Buddha had the word meditation, considering it's Latin, right? So that word means many things to different people, but this isn't about living as unity consciousness 24/7, 365. This is about exploring it, right? Because when you have hatred on both sides of the aisle, that's the common denominator, and it's a mirror, you know. The 7 to Scene Mirrors by Greg Braden, link in the description box. I think you'll dig it. It's like a 2-hour workshop, but it takes it beyond you spot it, you got it. It's like oversimplifying a very, very deep psychological process. So let's get to the new deck. I love this so much. The Archangel Fire Oracle by Alexandra Wenman, W-E-N-M-A-N, and it is my first oracle from Findhorn. Oh my god, I didn't know Findhorn had oracle decks, etc. Findhorn, roses in the snow, cabbages in the sand. Look it up. It's Scottish, and if it's not Scottish, it's crap. But this deck is amazing. So let's see who the archangel, which archangel I should say, is here to help if you want, because angels don't come unless they're called. And archangels are really busy, so you kind of have to make the prayer or the spell or whatever, because, you know, they're nice like that. It's like, I'm not knocking on your door. You call me, I'll show up. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the archangels, the one in particular, but the archangels in general for the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. Who is the angel they may call upon? And what is their guidance, their grace, their love, their wisdom, their power, and their oracle message to help the Aries and the cross watchers alchemize the Avenger and the 8th, victory on the inner, judgment on the outer, exploring unity consciousness, this full to new. Okay, some of these archangel names are new to me, and I've studied angelology for decades. Adnachiel, Adnachiel, I'm going to go with on that. Please bear with the pronunciations. Card number 3. So there's a lot in this book. There's a whole lot in this book. So I am just going to read you select pieces, first to explain who he is and then the message, and then there's like tons more in here. There's like meditation exercises and whatnot, so please breathe this in. Adnachiel, the key word, way shower. Through exploring unity consciousness, you got a way shower, like a guide. The archangel known as the adventurer, Adnachiel names means the shining one, and he helps you embrace your individuality and independence to access your pioneering spirit. If that's not Aries vibe, I kind of don't know what is. He urges you to step out of your comfort zone and explore other possibilities in life. Like the Australian Aboriginal warrior, okay, I get the artwork. Like the Australian Aboriginal warrior he is depicted on this oracle, Adnachiel helps you embrace any challenges with the spirit of adventure. Like the Avenger. Oh my god, you're having an Avenger adventure. This free-spirited angel also helps us to step out of the constraints put upon us by social conditioning and expectations. That's totally the Avenger. This mighty angel is especially good to call upon whenever you feel trapped by life's circumstances and feel the need to break free, like maybe some policies on the planet that are not really helpful in holding entire societies back. Light that torch and wave it for the new moon on Monday, except it's on a Saturday. He will help you forge new frontiers. You are a way shower for humanity. The angel ruler of November, the sign of Sagittarius, I did not know that. Adnachiel can also help you embrace and channel your own inner fire. You're in Aries. It's a trine. We're good enough. You can use it creatively. Call on him to help you appreciate your uniqueness so you can shine brighter with humble perseverance. Your message: there is no one like you in all the world. You have a unique purpose, believe in yourself, and have confidence. Life is one big adventure. I can't believe you got that with the Avenger. So, you got to take to the Avenger's journey. I won't call it the hero's journey, although they're adjacent. They're in the same archetypal family. But certainly, something's going to be revealed to you or through you in this as a result of you exploring unity consciousness as a way shower. It's really good. And victory is yours, but it's internal victory first, right? The inner creates the outer. So, let's get you a Divine Animals Oracle, because knowing which spirit animals and totems are around you can be helpful, because everybody's got them in their energy field. It's not just what physically manifests in your life. And there's a difference between a totem and a spirit animal. The totem of the dog is the sum total of all dog, soul, spirit, energy that's ever been or ever will be. Boom, that's big. Spirit animals, I can think of all. We've had Afghans in my family, Newfoundlands, Labradoodle. We've had all, those are all the spirit animals of all the dogs that we've had. Let's see what the oracle is for you. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, beloved ones, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, offering the support, the protection, the guidance, the grace, the love, the wisdom, the power, and the oracle message to help the Aries and the cross watchers alchemize the Avenger and the 8th, victory on the inner, judgment on the outer, exploring unity consciousness with Adnachiel, the way shower. This full to new January 2023. The deer. Aw, you dear. And your key word is, why do I do it? Power. Little Katya Zamolodchikova there from the early years of card number 11, I believe that is. Yep, card number 11, the deer. Nice rack. You can't see that card in this lighting. I meant that kind. Card number 11. Really, in another timeline, I'm a prop comic that put Carrot Top to shame. Probably slept with him too. Please take a nice deep breath. Card number 11. Oh dear. Power is the key word. You are enough. I think I see a through line there with Ignacio. You are enough. You are worthy. Ethics are a part of building genuine personal power. The Avenger much? Stand strong in front of bullies. Hold your boundaries tenaciously. Be proud of what you have achieved. But humble in your outlook. That's a double whammy of humble, because you got that one in your Archangel as well. So that's the verbal description. A lot in this book. The natural habitat, the mythos of the animal. But we're going to read the magic. Deer magic is all about personal power. When you feel powerless or small, imagine a stag with a crown of antlers standing by you, lending you its presence and strength. Deer energy is also great for healing a weak body and for going on astral journeys, as the Norse did in Seder, S-E-I-D-R, Seder, magic. I've heard it said a bunch of different ways. Well, you know, it's not even Celtic. The Celts, really. There are some tongue twisters there, but I love the language. So, you know, I kind of get this vibe, right? That this exploration that you're doing, mostly on the inner, is where you find this victory, and then you see things drastically different on the outside, and you'll know how to take, right, the golden Avenger, balancing the scales of justice, because you get, oh my God, there's only one of us here. Now, again, this New Age axiom of you spot it, you got it, is an oversimplification of the mirroring process. I'm not, for instance, a very miserly person, right? I can be very, very generous with my time, with my energy. You know, I'm a Virgo, so I make sure the bank balance is doing what it's got to do. But people who are really stingy and miserly and like mean, oh, like that must be in me. Well, I'm sure at some point it was, but more likely it's not the first mirror of reflection, which is called the mirror of now. That's you spot it, you got it, positive, negative, wherever. But the second is the mirror of judgment, showing you what it is you judge, because you are not, and you don't resonate with that, therefore you judge it automatically. And it's a good video. The Seven is Seen Mirrors, Greg Braden, and Greg Braden's mullet, which if I ever started a band, I'd probably call it that if I could get away with the copyright infringement. I love him. Hot. This NASA scientist turned mystic. I'm in. So there is something very, very powerful here, and this is you learning how to use that power, but also to get that your uniqueness is absolutely a part of this, and you may have to stand up for yourself here, but understanding that when people come for you, it's not the person. It's the pain they're possessed with, right? It's like a demon inside of them, right? Have you ever done something horrible and then like days later going, oh, I don't know what came over me? Well, shadow possession, not shadow position. That sounds like a video game. But certainly, to do this alchemy within yourself, you're going to get really, really clear about what your boundaries are, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't. Since personal power, solar plexus, something's going to be revealed most likely through the solar plexus, but maybe just to start with. Remember, this is an exploration and a journey. Remember I said about them 3 atoms? Well, think of them as obstacles, right? Those 3 atoms being, symbolically speaking, the obstacles from lead to gold. Well, that's where we're going to use the Whispers of Lord Ganesh, the remover of obstacles. But first and foremost, the Hindu god of success and prosperity. Elephant-headed god, he's beloved. But here in the West, for some reason, everybody knows him as the removal of obstacles, probably because, you know, elephants, they bonk their head into something and it falls over. From Angelo Hartfield, I love this. It is an honor to work with this vibration. So, second to last card down. Let's see what Ganesh has to say. Please take a nice deep breath. And with all reverence, still point. As I call upon the beloved Lord Ganesh, God of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, beloved one, what is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message to help the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video receive this reading? Alchemize that shadow light. Lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, with the Avenger in the 8th, with victory on the inner, judgment on the outer, exploring unity consciousness with the way shower Adnachiel, and dear power, this full to new January 2023. Courage. 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 So an Avenger with courage, see, because a villain, I know we're talking hero villain, not Avenger, Dark Avenger, but a villain chooses cowardice, a hero chooses courage, but every hero was a villain at some point, right? It's all the hero's journey, larger archetypal than just the hero's archetype. So I'm going to read this one for you, of course. Card number 50, Courage, riding a white lion. Wasn't that a heavy metal band in the 80s? I think it was. Right? White Lion? Comment. I think I'm right. I mean, I can Google it when I'm done, but I'll forget. Card number 50, Courage. These are relatively quick. Breathe in the Ganesh courage. Still point. Card number 50, Courage. The warmth of your open heart can give comfort to all who cross your path. So this is about heart-centered Avenger. The root word for courage is the cœur, mon cœur, mon amour, which is the French word for the heart. Courage comes from the heart. It is an inner strength guided by love, which seeks truth and justice. I'm like, ta-da! When you have the courage to be true to yourself, you start to feel empowered and act and live in ways in which are true to your own soul without any illusion. And I think that's exactly what Adnachiel and the deer are talking about. Other people may not agree with you on this one, but it's your journey. But for you to explore that unity consciousness through the heart will stay your hand, and so you don't slay with your hand. Sashay, you slay. Ganesha is urging you to let down your guard and stop wearing a mask. He's wearing a mask! Stop wearing your... I shouldn't gender the Avenger. The Avenger gender. Begin to have more respect for yourself as well as others. Beware of making harsh judgments about yourself and others. Greg Braden, second Essene mirror, mirror of judgment. When you come from the heart, you will find that you relate better to others. Your innate gifts will be able to shine through. You are capable of leadership, achievement, and inspiring others to succeed through your own success. That's why the personal power. Like, can't be saying, oh, let's all be free to let's all, let's balance the scales of justice, and then, like, not pay your bills. Well, I mean, I understand. Some of them are exorbitant. That's how they roll, apparently. But you gotta be honest, right? You gotta be cool. You gotta be calm. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger, right? That's what we want in an Avenger, not just someone burning down the village because they're triggered. Be willing to do what is needed for things to run smoothly for you. Ganesha promises great success if you are willing to let down your walls. He's pictured here on the powerful lion inherited from his mother Parvati, who is amazing. The lion represents the fierce nature of Ganesha. He calls on you now to trust the fearless part of your being, your own inner lion. Meow. And invites you to work with him to learn how to be valiant and harness your heart's great courage. So, it's like Kal-El of Krypton. I mean, he's had bad days, but I know, Henry Cavill, can you believe it? No more. So bummed. But if they get that other British guy to do it, I'm okay with it. Sorry, and why don't they ask Evans? This is beautiful, right? This is really about you. And again, does this have to be, you know, socio-political in the world? Maybe, maybe. But this could be in a relationship. This could be at work. This could be with your family. Being the Avenger, and there's often one Avenger archetype in the family, right? Or in the coven who does all the burning, so to speak. The burner. Interesting. All right, so I love this though, and it's all about you being true to yourself. Like, your personal power is key to this, and that's perfect for Aries, right? So even if other people don't agree, or maybe if later you look back and you go, oh, I shouldn't have done it that way, well, it couldn't have happened any other way. You're finding your way through this, but the key is, I am one eternal light appearing as all. I am one eternal light appearing as all. I am one eternal light. I've done it. I've done it. Good mantra, man. Because that just shows willingness, right? And there is victory in you choosing that third chakra. Last card down. Like I said, there's gold hidden in the lead, which means there's a blessing hidden in this. This was orchestrated by the universe to help you develop the soul power of the Avenger in some way, shape, or form, reason, season, or lifetime. That's why we're using the Blessed Bee by Lucy Cavendish. We do the blessings for real. It is our last card down to give you an indication of what might be the hidden blessing if you just do your best on this one. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. There we go. I call upon the pantheons of all pantheons, delegation from all traditions, lineages, and cultures. Please, beloved ones, for the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, what is the hidden blessing, the gold hidden within the lead? Should they do their best, right? The blessing that's already here, it's what we're going to read it from the bookie book and do the blessing for real to kind of jumpstart this for them so that they can alchemize the Avenger in the 8th with victory on the inner, judgment on the outer. Something really is revealed, and I bet anything has to do with exploring unity consciousness, one eternal light appearing is all, and yet their own unique manifestation of that, their own unique power, showing them the way, their own inner truth, their own inner sense of justice, and their own integrity, their own personal power that they can certainly remove obstacles with courage, but that begins on the inside first, as we see with that victory card, victory through courage. That's a choice by choice by choice thing over a 2-week period. So what is the gold hidden in the lead, pantheons of all pantheons, for this full to new January 2023? A blessing of solace and hope. Solace, there is a word you don't hear, right, unless it's a quantum of. That word, quantum, gets used a lot. I didn't realize my shaving cream needed to be quantum. Does that mean it shaves me in other dimensions at the same time? Probably not. False advertising, just kidding. Sort of. A quantum of solace. How much solace do you need? About a quantum. Got a quarter for a quantum. Card number 41. Let's do this for realsies. Not terribly long, but like I said, we do these for real. So if you just want to sit back and breathe this in, then please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheons of the divine, please transmit and confer this blessing through me, for me, now. And here we go. Card number 41. A blessing for solace and hope. This is a blessing for solace, the comfort that comes in the form of good fortune, strange little moments that bring you back to the sense that the universe is a place where you are cared for, considered, and important, and that this solace brings you hope for the future and anticipation of the fair things that life will continue to bring you. Solace is the balm and the antidote to the wounds that life can deliver It's not personal. For being here is a great gift, and we live in times where in many ways we are safer than we have ever been before. Yeah, get a splinter 2,000 years ago, you died of the plague, but we are fed a diet of hopelessness from our cultures and media sources until we become overwhelmed with the troubles that seem to surround us. Do you see why an Avenger could spring out of this in a really good way? I do. This blessing is for you to find your way back to sweetness, for the flower in bud to release its sweetness of the green world and the depth of the did I skip a page? Yes, I did. Sorry. For the flower in bud to release its sweetness, for you to notice the shimmer of light upon water, the sheer pleasure of movement, the ease of mind, no longer racing over problems to be solved, but soft, intelligent, allowing the calm of life to steal back into your soul. This is the solace that keeps our hopes alive, the gift of good fortune that reawakens the candle of optimism that is within us, and the delight in the sheer whimsy of being here and being alive. It is the understanding that there may be little control, but we are no mere pawns in this life. We have our place in the world, and simply with our breathing in and out, we matter, and we are doing enough. To find solace is to find peaceful moments, small connections, to notice the 1,000 gifts life has conferred upon us, and it is to again invoke the divinity of existence without the fear of the future. Let hope give you lightness, draw away the pain, and open you up again to the possibilities until you begin once again to relish the simple, voluptuous truth of being alive. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. Blessed be. It's a lovely reading, and if it made sense to you, if it clicked, hit the thumbs up, because by the way, I started doing 8-card draws for clients. Well, yesterday I tried it out on a couple of friends on different situations, not shadow raids. I did them for 2023, and they're amazing. So if you want to book me for a reading, there's a link in the description box, a YouTube video, Booking a Reading with Mal explains everything you ever wanted or needed to know about booking a reading with Mal, but perhaps were afraid to ask. And if you want me every day, every morning with lots of cool stuff, come Patreon on Patreon, click the link, see what I got going on there, because I'm not stopping. It's my favorite thing in the world right now. Well, non-edible thing in the world. If you love me, a chocolate chip cookie, but Patreon's pretty neat. And if you're a creative type yourself, check it out for yourself. I think you'll enjoy the journey. And certainly my Aries and Cross Watchers Avengers, this is a powerful read, so make sure that no matter who is saying what around you, even me, if I get you a rating, that you always come back to what does your gut say and what are the choices you're going to make. A very fiery read, and it was an honor to serve you. So thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and all that YouTubey stuff. But most importantly, just remember, I love you. Hang in there. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.